right. Okay, hello and welcome everybody. This is Catherine, the Big Vision Coach. And what are we at? We are at the virtual Commanding Wealth Circle. And I have already warned everybody who got on the call a little earlier, if you're just joining, that I actually woke up with like this energy coming in and insights and everything shifts. And I've been in like meditation and in a very expansive mode. And I've been in that mode thinking about you guys. So I've told everybody, buckle up if you can, because we are going to have a fantastic time. Now, today, let me see, there we go. So welcome everyone. And the circle is growing. And we've got new people, and we've got some people who have been with us a really long time. And I just wanted to check in. If we have anyone here that this is your very first time, I just want to say welcome. I see some names here, and I just want to give you a little bit of what to expect and what we're doing here. What we're doing is we are going to be holding a space for something that you are actively wanting to attract, create, or manifest. One of the most important things in this manifestation journey is to allow yourself to be in that space of that quietness. One, so that you can listen to your intuition, but two, we've got to make energetic space in our energy field, in our physical body, in our lives, to receive that which we are wanting to manifest. Very often, a lot of people, they want to manifest something, they want a new result, they want to change their life, and they basically just want to lay on top of what's already existing, the current habits and attitudes and the way they're doing everything. They go, I none of this is working, but I can't let go of it because it's all I know, like working a terrible job. You go, I hate this job, but I got to keep it a little longer, because you don't have the bandwidth or the time or the energy to find a new job, right? You remember working jobs. But we have to create that space within us for that greater possibility, that new potential. And you've got to get yourself out of, everything it takes to get to that job. You've actually got to raise your energy and vibration and make room for that greater opportunity. You would do that in your schedule, in your behavior. You cut some things out. You might explore, hey, what are the salaries? What opportunities lie elsewhere, right? You would already be thinking about it, but you're already starting to make room. The other place that room needs to be made is in your relationships. And when you are wanting to make a big change, particularly manifest something new, when you want to manifest, you are actually having to identify and claim what your new identity is, right? You've got to see yourself that way. And very often, it's hard for us to see that on our own. We hope that, we wish that, but it feels kind of far off. And that's why you hear people say, boy, I'll be so glad when this changes, then I can have, be, or do. Well, you've got to create that have, be, or do energy, intention, and those habits right now. And we do that through your identity. So right now, what we're doing is we are witnessing you as the master that you already are, that is already creating the life, the wealth, the relationships, the health, whatever it is, whatever experiences you want to create. We are holding that energetic space for you, and we are witnessing that it's already true. Now, in the original Commanding Wealth circles, the live events, and I really want to have a live event where we get to be sitting kind of knee to knee with each other again. And I don't know how soon that could happen. But in the live events, after we would state, hey, what is the command? We figure out, well, this is what I want. How do I say it? And that's actually a first step. When you think, here's what I want, how do I speak that to myself? Right. And that's why the one command statement is so powerful. When we say, I don't know how, I only know it's so. and I am fulfilled, right? I don't know how this is happening. I only know it's happening now. I have it now. I am that now, and I am fulfilled. The next part that would happen is together we would go up as a group and we would do that. But then when we would come back down, we would spend time and we would look at each other left eye to left eye. So the camera inverts or reverses. But I want to say a statement to you. Okay, and I'm going to put my hand here. And it's how we would witness. So left eye to left eye, each person would take their turn and say to that person, because we were in groups 4 to 6, and they would say that person's name. They would say, I absolutely know that you are now, and then whatever it is that they wanted, you are now in the experience of having, being, doing, whatever it is, you are now doing that thing. And I support you. So if you wanted to manifest $25,000 because you've got some concerns, you got things you're worried about, you go, I don't know how I have $25,000 in my bank account, cash money in my bank account now. I only know I do now, and I am fulfilled. The person affirming would say, Layden, I'm going to borrow you. Layden, I absolutely know that you now have that $25,000 cash money in your account, and I support you. And there's just this moment of, I see it, and each person would speak that. And it would go around and each person would affirm that. We have the command, then we have the affirm, okay? Very often we command and then we go about problem solving rather than acting as if it is done, right? That's why we say, hey, you want to journal it, you want to remember, you want to keep it top of mind, but then you want to be in your 7th step of action and act as if it's true. So if it's true, what's your next step? When it's affirmed, when you're affirming it, yes, it's absolutely true, and you're hearing that, it would almost sound like, the best thing I can relate it to is back when I was in church and people would prophesy to each other and they would like find somebody and go, I have this word for you, and I want to tell you that this love, this promise is for you. But it would feel almost like this transmission would open and everybody's, would start speaking and the energy would come up and an interesting thing would happen. So I spoke that to Layden. Thank you, Layden. And then everybody witnessed it. And so that does a couple of things. One, the witnessing expands the energy and consciousness. It solidifies it in consciousness. It actually helps everything organize faster. But it creates an activation within you, because then you go, well, if he can have it, I can have it. Yeah, I want that too. I'm going to claim that for me, right? And then it feels more possible. And your manifestations act a lot faster. So I'm going to make this statement again. Let me see if I can, I don't have the option. Let me see if I can, let's see, I'm going to put on the captions, see if this will help. Okay. So the affirmation is, you'd say the person's name. I absolutely know that you are now, and then whatever it is you wanted to command for, and I support you. I absolutely know that you now have or being or doing whatever it was, and I support you. What if you did that in the mirror? What if when you were doing your commands, you looked in the mirror and you looked at yourself in the mirror? Because we would recommend people do that. If they go, I don't have anyone to do commands with, my husband or my wife, or I don't have a friend here. I don't have anyone with me, because a lot of couples, they command before they go to work and have a lot of amazing things. Maybe you could find a command buddy. We have the TOC Money Mindset Mastery Group. If someone says, hey, I want a buddy, put it in the chat, and then I'll save the chat and we can see if we can find a way to make a connection, okay? But if you made that statement, so if you said, I don't know how I have $1 million customer, like if you did that command and you walked yourself through the 6 steps and you were in the bathroom, like, hey, you're in there anyway, you're in the shower, right? And you go and you would look at yourself and say, I don't know how. I have $1 million customer. I only know I do now and I'm fulfilled. So first that's your affirmation. Then you would look up and you do your 6 steps and you'd go to theta. I don't know how. I have $1 million customer. I only know I do now and I am fulfilled. Linda, I'm going to borrow you for this. And then you would look at yourself in the bathroom mirror and you'd say, Linda, I absolutely know that you have that $1 million customer now and I support you. How powerful would that be? And so I hope, was this helpful? I kind of went off on something there, but this is how we create space for each other. But I want to encourage you to start creating that space in your own life. Did y'all get this? Any questions or comments on this right now? Okay. Layden, thank you, by the way, for being my person on that. I can't get to the chat. Let me open up the chat here. Oh, thank you, Charlinda. How are you doing? He said he liked it, so be it. All right, very helpful. Lenora's like, that's what I needed to hear today. Yes. All right. So now we've got this statement down. Now you don't have to learn a lot. We're going to just be going through the experience. But if you've already learned, how could you create space in yourself, in your own thinking, your habits, and if you created this little 30-second window in your life every day to speak and affirm back to yourself that support, your manifestations are going to happen a lot faster. And then here's the other piece. It is so powerful emotionally and energetically. You get that hit of dopamine. Your beautiful reticulating activating system goes, I like that. Where do I get more of that? And whatever you start to manifest starts aligning to being supported. And so you are already setting up your little search system. You know, way back in the day when I was first talking about my business and I was promoting Asara. And so I thought, oh, I need to go give talks because at the time webinars and teleseminars really weren't a thing yet. So the way you did business is you went and gave talks. And so I first put out the word that I'm looking for a place to give a talk. And I drove all over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I mean, I'm getting off of work at 6 o'clock at night and jumping in the car and driving. And there were some places had people. Sometimes I would drive like 30, 40 miles to a destination and there wouldn't be anybody there. Sometimes the venue forgot I was supposed to be there, right? Even though I had called and just all kinds of stuff. But what I noticed was that there were certain people that saw the value in what I was doing, not just because they liked having me there, but I was already promoting what I was doing. And I'd already had experience with that when I promoted Asara when we were on the radio in Southern California. And I said, I'm going to be promoting this. I'm going to be doing a lot of mailers. I'm promoting in these different groups. And it's going to be saying, I'm here giving this talk at this location. So it's driving traffic to you and I'm listing your website. Do you have an event board? No. Well, let's get you set up on an event board. So I always made sure that I gave value and I talked about that. But the people that got that I was bringing value and that was going to be promoting their space with me giving a talk, because I was doing press releases and all kinds of stuff. Those were the people I chose to do business with. Everybody else is go, man, we don't do that. No, I don't know. Can't be bothered. They didn't get it. I knew those weren't my people. So I made it a condition that I was only going to do business with people who supported me. And what came from that decision was extraordinary, because I wound up working with this one center. And if Deborah West is on here, she was part of that group way back in 2005 at the Spiritual Fitness Center. And they were buying radio ads and they made me a featured like event that they were promoting. And I was having 30 to 50 people at little talks I was giving. My business grew really fast, but it came from that decision. And that's what the space I'm holding here, that everything we're doing, it's not just me supporting you and you supporting me, right? But we're going to create this atmosphere of support so that we're having this mutual support that we can grow and expand. Okay. So here, I'm just going to walk you through this. I got to stop talking because I told you I was high already before we got on here. I want you to think about what it is that you want to attract, create, or manifest. And you want to say it as simply as possible. A lot of times it's hard for us to quiet our mind. Break it down to, like, so people say, hey, Catherine, I want to manifest a new business, but I don't want to have to, spend a lot of money, or I don't want to have to give up this, that, or the other. So I don't know how I create. So you have to think about what you really want. I don't know how I have the perfect plan to create the perfect business. And I'm able to take action on it. That's what you really want. So you got to break it down. So does anybody need help formatting a statement? And I want to give y'all a few minutes and just connect in with y'all. And if you do me a favor, raise your hand. All right. Charlinda, I got your message. I'm going to send you an email. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is a great question, Linda. Thank you. If we do the same command on a daily basis, aren't we saying we don't believe, so we keep asking? No, because every day, I want you to think about, here's what's true. Once you've said it once, it's done. But sometimes our busy mind is habituated to worry, right? And we go, oh, what about this or that? And so if you want to meet whatever worry or doubt is happening. And if it helps you stay on track, you're not going to undo what your original command was. It doesn't act as a reset clock. And that's what people are afraid of. They're going, oh no, I got the manifestation was coming. I did the command and it broke it. And now it's going to start again. Actually, you're adding energy to it. And you might add new energy. You might go, oh, well, here's using that same example of I'm giving talks. My first command would be, I don't know how. I am working with amazing owners and who let me give a talk, right? I only know I'm giving talks in a lot of places now, and I am fulfilled, right? That was how the messy way I did it. And then it was, well, I don't know how I have a great turnout in my business, right? I only know I have great turnouts at the talks. And I only know that my talks are filled and they are adding to my business every day. And then it would be like, it's not enough to get people to say yes to working with me. I got to find out they're the right people who want to support me. So I don't know how. I'm working with business owners who support my work as I support their work, right? So we can keep adjusting it. And then when you start getting worried about that $1 million customer, you go, oh, I'm got a $1 million customer, but I don't see it happening yet. Okay, I don't know how that $1 million customer is happening. I only know they're here now. And I don't know how I'm getting the exact right clues and I'm taking the exact right action. So that's more of a riff, and we'll talk more about it next time because there's different ways to do your command. But to where you're speaking to yourself, but it's always, I only know it's so now. This is happening. Okay. All right. I'm going to check in. All right, beautiful. So I think we've got our commands. And then if you have not received it yet, let me know. I don't have the link for it right here. I wasn't prepared, but we do have the format for command. I will, if you haven't gotten the action guide yet, I email everybody the recording. I will make sure you get the link to the action guide so that you can format the right command. Okay. All right, so we are going to go through the 6 steps of the command. All right, I'm going to take a little sip of water. They're my favorite cup. All right. Let's just take a deep breath here for a second. And the first thing I want to do is just create a field of gratitude around us. As we go through these 6 steps. So just think about what you're grateful for, who you're grateful for. Man, I'm so grateful to you for taking your time to be with me, for sharing your energy, for trusting me with your dreams and desires. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to invite you to picture, visualize, or imagine that you're like a tree. And at the base of your spine would be the base of the tree, the trunk. And you have long energy roots going down, down, down. Just feel your connection to the earth. And the earth's connection to you. And with your feet on the ground, just picture, visualize, or imagine that you are drawing up that earth's energy. It's coming up through your feet, your ankles, your knees, into your hips, up your spine, to your neck and your shoulders, elbows, fingertips. There we go. Bring your attention to your heart as you're aligning to your intention, and your intention is whatever it is that you want to manifest. So just hold that idea in your heart and just allow your heart to light up and expand the energy of your heart all the way around you. As it's holding this intention. And I just want to affirm that the master in me greets the master in you. And in this space, let there only be love between us. There we go. Just fill up that space with love and light. And in your mind's eye, I want to invite you to become aware of everyone who's in this circle with us. People from all over the world, from South America, South Africa, in England and Canada, North America, Australia. Just witness those lights. And right now, we're just in this space of this light. Fill it up with love, gratitude, appreciation. We're raising that vibration. And also what surrounds us is unseen helpers and friends, universal guidance. Thank you. We may call it angels, guides, the ancestors, greater intelligence, but just notice that you are absolutely supported in the universe and in spirit. Eyes closed. And I want to invite you to picture, visualize, or imagine that you are traveling up a pole of light. The higher you go, the faster you go. Your body is relaxing. If your mind is becoming more alert, remember to breathe. Relax into this. Beautiful. And soon you find yourself surrounded by the velvety black void of space. And in the distance, you see a teeny pinprick of light. And as you put your attention on that light, suddenly you're breaking through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Eyes closed, still rolled up as if you're trying to look up to the top of your head. You can mentally make your statement or say it out loud. The one command of I don't know how and state what it is that you desire. I only know it is so now, and I am fulfilled. We're just going to let that go. We're going to let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. Now you can relax your eyes, but we're going to make another statement. I don't know how I have an extraordinary level of support in my life, in my relationships, in my business. I only know that I am fully supported in whatever it is I want, need, or desire in order to truly be happy and fulfilled. I only know I am now, and I am blessed. Now just let that go. Let that expand to an idea even greater than itself that serves more good in its fulfillment. And I want to invite you to just start to receive as you come back down into your body. Start to receive what it looks like, feels like, sounds like, all the evidence of this extraordinary support for you in the fulfillment of your desires. Witness in your mind's eye whatever the evidence of the fulfillment of your command. In your mind's eye, you see that bank account. In your mind's eye, that bank account with those big numbers, you see that relationship, you see the door, that opportunity opening, you see your body in divine health, you see that divine right relationship, you see that beautiful home, you see that great car. That car is like, has come to you, it's exactly what you wanted, and you've got a fantastic story to tell about it. Witness it arriving and being made real in your life now. Keep your eyes closed, because what's also happening is a direct download from source. And as this greater state of being, this new identity starts to arrive, we're just going to let the old ways, the old ideas, the old habits, the old beliefs, the old family systems, everything that no longer is true or supports you, we're just going to let it unwind, unwind, unwind. And as the new ideas begin to arrive, just allow them to rewind and integrate. And we are speaking directly to the master DNA cell. We're speaking to you at that DNA level. And so just witness all the DNA strands that held that old programming, unwinding, unwinding, unwinding. Rewinding, rewinding, rewinding. There it is. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. Now, before you open your eyes, just do a little internal check. As you think about what it is that you commanded for, what do you know now that you didn't know before? Does it feel more possible? You know, like, of course, this, you know, like, why did I worry? Do you simply just feel more expanded? And then when you're ready, open your eyes. How's that feeling? So we always say you want to make sure that you keep a journal of your commands. This is so you keep it top of mind, because we forget. We'll forget that we're actually working on something. And this is true even if you were like working on business or whatever. That's why we talk about shiny object syndrome, or we go, hey, here's the goal, and then we get busy. And especially guys, sorry, but with wives, you know, like if we're a wife or the female in the family, somehow that taking care of everybody else seems to take precedence. But we all have the things we always think we have to take care of first, and then we forget about our goals. So keep a journal of your commands, and that is whatever challenges you came into, the revelations, and especially record those successes. The other thing I want to say too is you want to start tuning in, because I always talk about the seventh step, which is action, right? And that inspired action, and think and act as if your command, and then take guides, you know, take that action. But everybody goes, yeah, my intuition, but then we overthink it. The best thing you can do to develop your intuition is to listen to it, because the reason that maybe your intuition used to be better and it's not, or never was, right, is because you have shut yourself down and you ignored it, and then later you went, ah, I knew that, I felt that, that was true, why did I go against it? Because you're in the habit of not listening to yourself, so your intuition has stopped talking to you, right? And your intuition, of course, there's knowing, you get the vision, you just get a sense to go do something. For me, mine follows curiosity. Like suddenly I wonder about this, or I'm interested in something. And that's my signal for my intuition. I know suddenly I'm curious or interested, or I'm wondering about it. Okay. But I want to invite you to make that space for your intuition. Okay. We have got, oh my gosh, we went from 12. We went a little over today. So did we? Yes, we went over. So thank you so much. If you need to go, I certainly understand. But I wanted to check in if we have any questions or comments. If anybody wanted to say or share anything. Okay. We meet here every week. Hey, Larry. We meet here every week. We're going to be doing this at least until the end of August. And who knows? But I know that we start getting busy in the fall. It makes it a little harder for people to come. But hey, I'm going to be here as long as you want to be here. All right, my love. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go until next time. This is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery. Bye, everybody.